Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk about why you shouldn't go out with the intention of meeting someone. I know this sounds a bit strange because you're probably thinking, well, Josh, if I don't go out to meet new people, then how the hell am I going to meet anyone to date and kickstart my romantic life? And I want to say that I'm not saying you shouldn't go out at all. I'm just saying you should do a bit of a reframe here with your expectations and your intentions. Because quite often the problem we run into is if we go out for a night on the town to specifically meet someone, what we end up doing is we set ourselves up for failure and put a lot of unnecessary stress on ourselves and basically get incredibly attached to a specific outcome and have all these expectations around that outcome. So that was a very long-winded way of me basically saying you're going to set yourself up to have a bad time. Because of all these expectations, all this attachment to outcome, it's going to create neediness. It's going to make you want a specific outcome, the outcome of meeting someone you like who you can then potentially go on a date with in the future. It's going to make it so that you are going to try really hard to get that outcome, which can come across as neediness. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the ladies out here have experienced when they're out at a bar with their friends or if they're at a club, they probably experience guys approaching them in a very needy manner where they can clearly tell that the guy is after a specific outcome. He's trying to get her number or get her out on a date, or very likely trying to get her back to his place, and she's going to sniff those hidden intentions right away. I mean, most women are pretty good at that. But beyond that, beyond the problem here that you have with it being rather difficult to completely conceal your intentions from the other person, that's if you meet a decent person, the other problem here is that you're basically setting yourself up to have all this pressure that it's probably going to lead to you not enjoying the night as much as you would if you didn't go out with the intentions of specifically meeting someone. So what I mean is, when you go out with your friends, or even if you go out solo, make your intention to have fun, to have an enjoyable time, to just have a good night that's well spent, time that you won't regret. That's what your goal should be. That doesn't mean you can't meet people, not at all. In fact, I'm willing to bet that when you go out with the intention of having fun, you will end up having fun, and this will actually be magnetic and attract other people, so ironically, it'll probably increase your odds of meeting new people. But the thing here is, your goal isn't to specifically just meet people, because once you do that, that's when you create all these problems that I previously mentioned and won't go over again. So make this shift. When you go out with your friends or solo, aim to have fun. Don't just aim to meet people. Now, you could probably know in the back of your mind that you're open to meeting people, but that's very different from having it as your main focus, your main goal. Because as a guy, I can tell you, there have been times where I went out with this intention with my guy friends, and it led to situations where, yeah, I would go home, and if I didn't meet a woman, if I didn't get a woman's number, I would feel really defeated. I would feel like I wasted all that time, and that's the problem. That right there is the issue. Then I felt like I didn't enjoy what happened, and yeah, like I didn't spend that time well. And this is what you want to avoid, because it's all a mindset thing. If I had been going out those days aiming to have fun, and I did end up having fun, I would go home even if I didn't meet a woman, if I didn't get a woman's number, and I would be happy still because I had fun. I enjoyed the time that I spent. That's what you want to do. You just don't want all that unnecessary pressure, especially because you do it to yourself. I mean, in those days when I would go home feeling defeated, that was my own fault. I didn't actually lose. I mean, obviously I didn't. I'm still here, I'm still going. So I only lost in my own mind because I made those dumb expectations of, oh, I need to get a woman's number tonight. And by the way, another tip for the gents out there, numbers don't mean anything. I'm going to tell you that right now. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a woman's number and then she doesn't text back. So set up the date right then and there. Don't worry about numbers. You'll get her number after you've gotten her to agree to a date. So try to set up dates. That's another pro tip for you when you're going out having fun, you meet women. Just say, hey, I like your vibe or I like your energy. I would love to get to know you better. Let's meet up this or next Saturday, have coffee and see how things go. And then if she agrees, you'll get her number and then you have the date. There you go. Do it that way. Don't aim just for her number. That's stupid. But anyway, that tangent aside, aim to have fun when you go out. This is such an incredible mindset reframe when you are in dating or looking to date people. Just don't aim to meet people when you go out. You set yourself up to have a bad time if you don't end up meeting someone. Even if you do meet someone, you're going to have all this weird emotions on them. You're probably going to be like more head over heels for them than you would otherwise because you're attached to a specific outcome. You want things to go well with this person, and just all those expectations end up setting you up for failure. So aim to have fun. Then if you meet someone, you're not going to be super needy, and that's going to make you more attractive, and it'll make things likely work out with them better. So that's my tip for today. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!